Digital camera.
If somebody gets it for me at some point or after the class, I'll be able to show whether or not it's too much or if it's okay for the visual tour. Usually, if you take a picture and it doesn't give you the fisheye look where everything fits, then it should be fine.
Oh yeah, it doesn't do that.
Because the problem with wide-angle lenses is it'll curve everything on the left and right side of the picture. So visual tour relies on similarities between the pictures to match them, right? So if I took a picture this way and the column or something here is going this way, when I take the second one, it's going to go this way.
Yeah,
so now I have two different objects that are not matching, and it'll have a hard time putting them together. So I'm going to click next here. I'm going to build this panoramic. Again, the overlapping is extremely important in keeping the camera steady. You don't need a tripod, but if you want to use a tripod, you're welcome to use one. It's just going to make the picture look better because it won't crop as much trying to fix your moving the camera. But hit finish.
So the reason you say that is because it's going to take what all the pictures have in common.
Everything that the pictures have in common, and it
So
will
if they
fit.
don't have
top and bottom.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, even if they're in common, like you saw in the the family room one, the one piece of furniture was here, the other one was here. We'll bring it up, right, to match it. But then this one is higher than this one, so we have to crop it at the bottom and at the top. So, all right. So now I'm going to do a little cleanup. I'm going to go ahead and delete two pictures that I don't need. Hit delete. And I'm pretty much done with my visual tour at this point. The only thing I need to do is rearrange the pictures in the order I want them to show up on the actual visual tour. So I have a floor plan here, by the way, that you can bring in if the builder sends it to you, or maybe the home seller has it. If it's a JPEG, a TIFF, or a bitmap, you should be able to bring it into the visual tour like any other photo.
Not a PDF.
Not a PDF here, but you can convert a PDF to a JPEG.
Okay.
Plus, we have a tool that allows you to attach the PDF to the actual visual tour, so people can download it as a document into the computer. So
Right.
I'm going to click, hold, and drag this into position. Click, hold, and drag.
You said a JPEG, a TIFF, and a what?
Bitmap,
Bitmap.
which a lot of people don't use anymore, but
No.
okay. So now I have all the pictures that I need rearranged in the order I need. These two that you see here, they're close-up pictures. Okay, granite close-up. So I wanted to highlight how cool the granite was in the kitchen. I took a close-up picture of it, and the other one was the wood cabinets. Now, do you see how that photo moved back and forth a little bit? The camera that I used happens to take pictures a little bit too wide, wider than our viewer normally displays. So when it's that wide, it assumes that it's a panoramic, and it will try to move it, even if it's a small panoramic. And sometimes, if you make it too fast, it'll move like this, back and forth. Okay, so it looks like a ping pong game like that. So we have a crop 4:3 option that allows you to click on it and then crop a little bit of the sides of that picture, or keep mostly the left side, for example, and crop mostly on the right side of the picture. You choose whichever option you have. But when I click done, look what happens to my still picture. Now it gets a zoom in and zoom out effect applied automatically that we apply to all stills. So you have that option available if any of your pictures are doing that little back and forth ping pong thing. Again, anytime you double click on a picture, it previews what the panoramic is going to do online. You can make changes to any of these things here. You can change the caption, you can add description, you can make the panoramic speed go faster or slower. Usually the uglier the house, the faster you want to make it, so it's really quick. The panoramic start, you can make the panoramic start on the right side or the left side. So even though you take pictures left to right, you can always display the panoramic right to left and alternate a few in between. And then the transition effect. There are several options to choose from, so I'll just let you play with those if you want to. I personally like the dissolve effect better. So everything that you see down here can be done online as well. So if you forget to fix anything here, you can always log into your account and make the changes after the visual tour has been uploaded. The only thing you won't be able to do online right now will be record voice. So if you have a microphone installed on your computer and you click the record voice option, you'll be able to narrate on top of this particular scene. So when it goes online and people play it, it'll automatically start playing your voiceovers. Okay? So that option has to be done when the visual tour is being created. All right. So So at this point, I'm going to select one more thing, which would be the music. This is changed from the old version. By the way, the old version used to say settings. Now it says music, so it's very obvious that that's what it is. So just click on music, select the music that you want playing in the visual tour, and we have about 85 files to choose from.
I like trance.
Trance? Where is that, you know?
Well, that's what I want my buyers to do.
Oh, there it is, okay. Play that.
Do you sample them? Does it sample?
Hypnotize it.
Yeah,
So it samples them?
Yeah,
you just press play on it.
Maybe I'm not sampling it.
So if you like it, click OK.
Well, that'll make it nervous, man.
Now here's the thing. If you change it here and you don't like it, or your seller decides that they're going crazy with the music,
Yeah.
you can always change it online. And the person looking at this visual tour online can also change it for their own view and experience as well.
Use this as their
If
personal
they can't
music
stand
advice.
it.
The cool thing about that is that next time they open a visual tour from you, it'll be their music selection. So even if you put that, it'll override it and choose
When
theirs.
you email a tour to a buyer who's
Mhm.
purchased, the music's permanent.
Well, no, you can change the music at any time. I mean, it's online, so you can actually make
No,
it
no,
change.
no. The buyer,
Uh-huh.
the recipient.
Right?
Oh, it's online.
It's only
in
It's
one
only
place.
a link.
Yes.
It's a link.
It's only a
Okay,
link.
sorry.
So any
Even a
changes you
CD.
make.
All
Well,
right.
it's on a disc, you can't.
Yeah, CD,
Yeah.
you're stuck with that. So.
Got
All right,
it.
I'm going to click on Send to Visual Tour. This is the last step right here because it starts the upload process for the visual tour. It's extremely important that you upload it, otherwise you won't be able to do much with it. You can burn it to a CD, you can upload it to YouTube from the Visual Tour Studio, but you won't be able to upload it to any other websites unless you hit Send to Visual Tour. Okay, you need that link.
Okay.
And the first thing it's going to do is going to ask you to log in into your account.
Uh-oh.
So at this point, all of you need to have your login name and password. Yes.
Can you start creating the account and then come back either a couple hours later to upload it, or does it have to be uploaded right then?
Well, you can create a visual tour and not upload it at all. I mean, you can go back at any point and upload it as long as you have an internet connection. Yes. Or you can upload it, don't enter any of the MLS information, go back and re-enter it later as well. So either way is fine. The cool thing about uploading is that it allows access to the visual tour from any computer. If you don't upload it, you can only work on it on the computer that has the original photos at that point. So, and log in, click continue, and then it's going to take you to the search engines that you can link the visual tour to. So the first option is going to be Realtor.com. Okay. Notice that the ones that say free links are all checkmarked. Realtor.com is not, because it's not free in most cases. So we don't want to force you into linking to Realtor.com. So if you do decide that you want to link it to Realtor.com and pay the $19.95 fee, then check mark that option as well if this is an MLS listing.
In your experience, do you find that it's worth the $20 to do that?
You know what? It depends on the town. Houston, for example, HAR MLS gets more clicks than Realtor.com because they advertise a lot heavier than Realtor.com.
Which MLS?
In Houston, HAR is the Houston MLS in Texas. They do get a lot more clicks on HAR than they do on Realtor.com. I've seen places where Craigslist gets more clicks than Realtor.com. So I'm not saying it's a bad place because it depends on where you think people are looking first. If you were a buyer, where would you go first to find homes?
I don't know.
That's-
I'm not a buyer.
Well, but that's the
certainly
thing.
go on the
I want you
internet
guys to
there.
figure out if your buyer is thinking
Very
about buying a
helpful
home,
response.
where do they go first?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Redfin.
Redfin, right?
Yeah.
I go to the Aspire agent application and find. So anyway,
I'd call Mr. Neighborhood.
That's his moniker.
There you go.
Moniker.
so then don't do Realtor.com. But you know, $20 is probably not a huge investment anymore for those kind of things. But you can try to one property.
I
and see
usually
how.
put it on. I usually do put it on there, but I was just wondering.
Try to one property and see how big a traffic you get compared to another property that's not on Realtor.com. And you can always put it there 3 weeks later anyway. You can start without it and come back and upload it to Realtor.com at any point later on anyway.
Yeah, has anybody ever here got a sale off of Realtor.com? No. There's an answer.
There you go. So now all the ones down here, yours will vary because you have different ones for this location. But all the ones that are checkmarked here are free. Okay. Now all of them that are checkmarked require an MLS number and description and square footage and all that.
Mhm.
If this is a